Culture evolves at the speed of light, just like your financial needs. When it comes to your money, Credit Karma keeps you in the know and ahead of the game. You can count on Credit Karma to keep up with your financial needs as they evolve. We'll help you monitor your progress and give personalized recommendations so you can make strides towards your goals and find your way to money. Make sure you're on the right track, no matter where you are on your financial journey. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to When Reality Hits with Jax Brittany.
Welcome back.
I'm back. Last week I was in New York City.
How was that?
Living it up.
for 48 hours.
For 2 nights. It was amazing. I started off night 1. I went to see Chicago, which is Ariana's Broadway show.
Oh, you forgot to talk to me about that.
And she plays Roxy. She did so good.
Wait.
I was so proud of her.
Time out. So start over. So you get there. Did you meet? You met with Brad, right?
Yeah, I met up with Brad and Carl Radke from Summer House.
Oh, I got something. Remind me to tell you about something about Carl. There's a little rumor about you and Carl. But go ahead.
About me and Carl?
Yeah.
Well, tell me now.
Well, there's a rumor that you guys had there's some kind of like flirtatious thing going on.
We said maybe 5 words to each other.
Okay. I didn't come from me. It did not come from me.
That's hilarious.
I know.
Were you jealous?
No, because I know Carl pretty well. So
no, definitely not.
I laughed it off when I heard.
Yeah, he was nice to me. I was nice to him, but we didn't even sit beside each other at the show. I sat by Brad.
I know
on
Carl
the end.
pretty well, so I didn't make a thing of it. I just forgot. I don't know if you heard it or not.
He was very nice, but no, we had other friends with us too. There was like 2 other girls that were with us too.
Did you have good seats?
Yeah, we were like right in the middle. It was great. Ariana did so good. I was so proud of her. She literally is the star of the show. She plays Roxy. Oh, by the way, if you hear Cruz in the background, that's because it's Bring Your Kid to Work Day. And we thought that he had school today, but actually school is still on spring break. So last minute, we didn't have time to get a sitter. So now we got the baby in the podcast studio,
I know,
which I love. It's fine.
I'm going to be running back and forth if you see me to make sure he doesn't get anything. But anyway.
But yeah, the show, though, was incredible. She did amazing. I was saying that we've always done like karaoke nights and fun things like that, but I've never seen her like perform and sing. And she has like a really good Broadway voice. Like she did really good.
Yeah.
Knew all of her lines, like just amazing dancer. I was so impressed by her. Really happy for her. But yeah, that was so good.
Was there a lot of people? Did it sell out?
Yeah, it was full. It was completely full. And it was awesome.
Was that her last performance?
No, I think her last performance was last night.
Oh.
Yeah. But it was like one of her last weeks that I got to go. So I'm glad that I got to do Watch What Happens Live whenever I did, because I was able to see her before it was over.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it was awesome. I had such a good time. Did a lot of press, did a lot of things, did Not Skinny, Not Fat podcast, did People and Us Weekly and this and that. And then I got to do Watch What Happens Live with Nicola. But she is amazing. She's from Bridgerton.
Little birdie told me you guys got quite drunk afterwards.
Well, she's from Bridgerton, and she has like so many new shows coming out, like Big Mood. I think that's what she was there to promote. But she is Lady Whistledown on Bridgerton, which I've rewatched Bridgerton like 3 times. She was so amazing throughout Watch What Happens Live. We had so much fun. And yes, I ended up getting her very drunk.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
We went to Soho House after Watch What Happens Live, and you know me, I'm the shot queen. So every time I got a shot for myself, I got one for Nicola too. And poor thing, she was like so tore up by the end of the night. I was like texting her the next day, like, "Are you okay? I'm so sorry." I got Lady Whistledown drunk. It was pretty fun though. We had a really good time.
Man, you guys, Andy, man, hammers down on the questions about me. I'm like, give it a rest.
Well, I mean, he knows how you are, Jax.
I know, but I mean, it's just like, come on.
Andy's known you for years. I think that also that Andy did is like, he didn't know how to respond to me. Like there was like a moment when he was just kind of like looking at me and he was just like thinking like, wow. Like I think he noticed like my strength and he was like, didn't know how to respond to it.
What do you mean?
Like, I feel like I've grown up a lot over the years, and he's, like, seen me through all these changes, and I think that he was, like, kind of surprised by how strong I was. And I was like, it was really cool.
I didn't really get to watch too much of it because I was actually at the watch party, but did he get into the show at all? Did he talk about the Valley much?
Yeah, we talked about the Valley. We talked about things here and there.
Yeah.
There was you know how Scheanna, the whole thing on Vanderpump is like Sheena's was upset that she didn't get to do Dancing with the Stars.
That's embarrassing.
Well,
I would be so embarrassed. Like it's known that, but she's pretty out about that.
Yeah, she is. But there was this guy, I think his name is Gleb, and he's one of the dancers on Dancing with the Stars.
I read.
And on Watch What Happens Live, Andy did, you know how he does kind of like how we did the troll of the week. It's something like that. And he said it was Gleb because he said that Scheanna didn't have the star power or the dance moves to be on the show. I was like, oh, that's so mean.
I do. I have a little tiff with Scheanna right now, to Scheanna and Lala, but I do got to say, I feel bad for her. The fact that what she said about John Mayer, and he's denying the fact that they hooked up.
She's got receipts. It is the truth.
I was just gonna say, I don't think Scheanna would make something like that up.
No. She did not make that up. She's telling the truth. She's told me about that for years. I've heard all about it. I know all the details.
Yeah. I can't believe he's kind of putting her down like that just because he is a little bit. Obviously, he's an A-list celebrity, but he has the power to say that, and it diminishes her because she's not.
Well, it's true, people. So Scheanna would not lie about that.
I honestly believe her too.
Yeah, but no, Scheanna does have a star power, and she's a great dancer. So that really annoyed me that he said that. But yeah, all this like crazy stuff has been coming out about everybody. One thing about New York is that I was able to fly JetBlue Mint there and back. Did you see that I put it on my story that I was like, I'm still allowed to fly JetBlue?
Funny you should say this because yesterday I'm actually going to be traveling a lot, and my manager called. He's like, "Are you allowed to fly JetBlue?" I'm like, "Oh God, I'm going to call." So I called, and the lady answered. She's like, "What can I help you with?" I'm like, "Hi, I'm on your do not fly list."
Oh my gosh!
And I'm like, "I'm wondering if I'm allowed to fly your airline." And like, your name, all this and stuff. She's like, "Yeah, you're clear. It just was for 30 days."
Oh my gosh. Yet again, something that I was not present for that you got in trouble for.
Yes. Pretty much every time I get in trouble, Brittany is not around.
It's because I'm not there.
So yes, I'm allowed to fly JetBlue again. No hard feelings to JetBlue. They had to do what they had to do, but I'm super excited to fly JetBlue again because
it's the best.
Their first class mint is just...
And the food is good.
I know, but when you're flying to New York and you can get to lay down and sleep the whole way.
I slept the whole way there and the whole way back. It was awesome.
I do love JetBlue. It's probably my fault. Maybe.
I'm sure it was your fault. I wasn't there, but I'm pretty positive it was your fault.
Anyway, for those of you wondering, I can fly JetBlue again.
In other airline news, since we're on the topic right now, let me pose a question to Jax. You just landed in the airport. You're ready to get from the airplane to your hotel, but they're having trouble deplaning. So there's a little bit of a delay. And they won't let you get up to use the restroom. You really, really got to use it. But you have a cup in hand. How long do you, Jax Taylor, wait until you cannot wait any longer and you have to utilize that cup in order to, relieve yourself?
Here's the thing. Now, if I wasn't on TV and a public figure, I would do it and I wouldn't even think. I would just do it. But since the fact I am a public figure and it will obviously or probably be on TV or TMZ. or somebody within minutes, I would have to hold it. Or I don't know if I would have to make a scene. I don't know what I would do. I don't know. But because of who we are, if doing things like that, it's going to get caught and I'll be on TMZ in 5 minutes.
Well, you did better than a New Zealand airline passenger who could only wait 20 minutes after arriving in Sydney before he relieved himself with a cup on an airplane.
And he got caught?
He was caught. If I go down to my favorite part of the article here, it said, one of the passengers had been on the tarmac for about 20 minutes waiting for a terminal gate to be allocated when she heard the unmistakable sound of the passenger urinating in a cup.
I just don't understand how it's this person's fault. Did he get in trouble? Because what is he supposed to do? He has to pee.
The passenger was fined in Sydney for urinating in a cup.
I'm sorry, that's wrong. Because you can't control your body. If you got to go, you got to go.
Oh, Brittany, do you have any thoughts on this?
And by the way, it's not healthy to hold your urine either. It's not healthy at all, and it can cause damage.
Why didn't they go to the one on the plane?
That's where. Wait, he was allowed to get up and go on the one on the plane, right?
It looks they were in the deplaning process. So they were looking for a terminal to dock, and I believe, as we are all aware of, we have to stay in our seats during that period of time.
I'm sorry, if you're just going like 2 miles per hour on the whatever thing it's called, the tarmac, like get up and go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Don't whip out your pee-pee on a plane.
No, that's gross.
Yeah, like there's kids around. You can get in trouble for other things.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. You get in trouble for...
Don't be whipping out your pee-pee on planes. That's weird.
I agree with you. I would just get up and go and then take the wrath and then just say, I would try to fight it. Be like, listen, I'm sorry, I couldn't hold it, but I had to get up and go because I can't, like Brittany said, I can't just take out my private area on a plane when there's children and women around.
Air New Zealand says that they ban between 5 and 10 customers each month for disruptive behavior, including intoxication, which apparently this passenger was during the time of this particular incident.
Well, Jax would be on the no-fly zone for New Zealand for sure.
Oh, but I got to tell you, Air New Zealand has some of the most beautiful planes. Like, you want to get taken care of well, fly Air New Zealand.
Are you flown on there before?
Yeah, when I went to Australia, I flew Air New Zealand. It is Qantas is probably the best airline I've ever flown on, but Air New Zealand is right there too. I mean, they treat the people that's sitting next to the bathroom like gold. I mean, it's a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful airline.
All right, something positive about an airline for once.
Hey, I'm positive. Like, you listen, water under the bridge, JetBlue. Okay, I'm back. Hey, I'll see you next week, JetBlue. I'm so excited to see you guys again.
You need to be like tagging them in the nicest stories ever.
I am. So, you guys, you follow
I'm sorry, JetBlue. I love
you. Allow me back in your mint area.
They'll put you in the back of the plane. You're not allowed to have the lay-down seat.
Yeah. Mr. Taylor, we have a seat designated for you in the back of the plane.
By the toilets. But let's go to the Valley. We've had 4 episodes out so far.
Crazy
and we are so thankful for all of the people that have been watching. I know it's been crazy. The game of telephone has been so crazy. Just want to make something very clear. Jax and I were not really involved in the game of telephone. We never said that Republicans are racist. We never said those words ever. I'm from Kentucky. I know many wonderful Republican people. I know many wonderful Democrat people. So I would never say something like that. And I feel like because I am from the South, I've been getting like a lot of people being like, why would you say that? I'm like, let's make it clear. I never said any of that.
Right.
All I did was told you a story at the farmer's market about what happened the night before. I'm glad that me and you were not any part of that because it's such a sticky situation.
I think that was the only scene that I've been in the last 2 episodes, to be honest. I wasn't even in the last episode.
Well, I'm also proud of us because in last night's episode, tonight's episode, we record on Tuesdays, but we've seen the episode that comes out tonight. So whenever you guys hear this, you'll have already seen it too. But tonight's episode, me and you at the Capri party. Capri. Is that how you say it? Capri.
There's Capri and Capri, and I don't know. The only Capri I know is Capri Suns and Capri Pants.
Yeah, Capri Pants. But at the party, you and I, it's so funny. Like, I'm taking people over here and I'm being like, okay, guys, let's get to the bottom of this so we can move past it. And you're like on the other side, like doing the same thing. It's almost like we're being like the mom and dad of the group trying to
how times have changed.
Trying to squash it. Definitely for you, because you would normally get yourself all up in the nastiness, and I'm glad that you did not do it on this topic because I don't like being anywhere near it.
I don't like to be anywhere near it either, so I'm glad we can just kind of get rid of that. Hopefully that's done now. Are we done with this?
I mean, after the Be the Match, they had a pretty good thing, and it's going to move on to other drama after that, because you can tell in the episode that Michelle is still very much upset with Kristen for saying something about her that is obviously not true.
Right.
So that kind of lingers. They're not really going to get along for the whole rest of the season. They're still not friends to this day.
But why couldn't she just say, you know what? I screwed up. I said this.
That's what she should have done because...
But why is she kind of not saying it?
Exactly. That's what Kristen should have done. She should have said, I'm sorry that I said this out loud at a party at your house.
Right.
Because I don't think that, and I should have never brought it up. Kristen was feeling like she was backed into a corner because you had invited Alex to come out, and to get it off of her, she blurted something out.
Whoa. Don't blame this on me just because Alex was there.
I'm not blaming it on you. I'm saying you ruined our girls' night by inviting Alex out, and all this drama started happening at our girls' night.
Kristen doesn't know how to keep her composure.
Okay, well, she got mad, and she blurted that out about Michelle because she heard it from Zach, who heard it from Jasmine, who heard it from Janet, and then added her own words in it, because they're all saying that they never said the word racist, that they only said that she had talked about this bill, a Republican bill, whatever, and it just got added to it by every single person in the game of telephone. So Janet never talked to Kristen about it. That was the disconnect there. So Kristen immediately, of course, regretted saying that because now it's like was this dark cloud that held.
She should have just said
that was held over the episode for like 3 episodes in a row. We had this dark cloud over the episode because Kristen said it on camera.
Okay.
So that's why everybody was actually so mad because in the reality TV world, what you say on camera is probably going to end up on a show. So that was like why everybody was more mad at Kristen than they would have been at like Janet, Zach, Jasmine.
I just wish, yes, I've done so many bad things on television over the years. I do. But the one thing I can give myself credit for is if I say something, someone said something, I say, you know what? I screwed up. I said something wrong. Let's just move on from it. I apologize. I apologize to everybody. Take it or leave it and move on. I just felt like this was dragged on a little too long.
It was, but Kristen definitely was apologizing. She just kept on saying, I'm apologizing, but I heard it. Like she just needed to be like, you know what? I'm sorry that I misheard the information and said it out loud. I apologize for doing that. I should have never blurted it out. And it could have been done with.
Now, she learned that from Sandoval. That's a Sandoval move too.
It could have been done with, but I love Kristen. She knows that she messed up. She knows it even to this day. She's gonna, she's constantly trying to apologize to Michelle, and hopefully one day they can like fix this and be friends again because Michelle's one of my very best friends. Kristen's one of my very best friends, and I hate it when my friends don't like each other.
You're constantly in the middle. I feel like you've been in the middle for the last 10 years.
That's my life. Always trying to keep everybody together, cleaning up everybody's messes.
Yeah,
because like they're very loyal to me. Like I saw what happened, and I was so upset about what happened. Like I felt horrible for Michelle, but it's hard for me to like let people. Like I'm not somebody that can just like cut off a friend. It would take something really, really bad for me to do that.
Right.
I care too much about people.
Did we ever, you and I ever talk about on the podcast that was it a bad? I talked to Danny about this last week. My move to invite Alex.
Well, they didn't show it on the show, but me and you definitely had a conversation. They decided to show Cruz getting stuck under the couch instead of our conversation that we had.
I know.
We actually had a conversation where I warned you that it was going to ruin my girls' night. I was like, I don't even care what you guys do, but we deserve this girls' night. I was like, I feel like this is going to ruin our girls' night. And of course, that wasn't in the episode, so it just kind of looked like I was like, yeah, invite Jax. Gosh, Jax. Invite Alex the whole time, which I like Alex. I'm not saying anything against him. I'm just saying I did warn you that this was going to happen, that it was going to cause a lot of drama.
I'm definitely going to stand by it.
But that's also why you are a good reality TV star. It's because you do these things.
I'm not. That's normally what I would do. And like I said, Kristen wanted me to involve Luke, and Luke, she has to understand that Alex is one of my best friends, and he's going to be at every event that I'm at. So if he wants to be included, then he has to be acceptable with Alex being around.
I also got asked a lot about this in New York whenever I was doing my press junket. They were like asking me, what I felt about it. And I was like, a lot of people don't realize whenever they're watching The Valley as a viewer that we weren't really close to Luke at that point. Even I wasn't very close to him. Love him, adore him. I'm so glad that they're a couple. We're so much closer now. Obviously, we know him a lot better now. We love him. He's welcomed with open arms, of course. But at that point, when we first started filming, we didn't really know him.
Right.
So you were just starting to like try to invite him out and get him involved in the group. So I think a lot of people don't really get that part.
And they know that you have to come to me first to bring people into the group because I'm the guy that makes sure everybody's together.
The number one guy in the group?
I'm the number one guy in the group.
I think I'm actually the number one guy in the group, for real. I'm the one that brings everyone together.
You do. Yeah. Well, I won't talk about this Alex thing and Luke anymore. I'm going to stand by it. I'm sorry if people don't agree, but it is what it is, and it's done. It's over. And like I said, we're really good.
But you do love Kristen, and Kristen definitely comes first. I love Kristen to death. She definitely made a mistake, but she's owning up to that mistake. She knows she made a mistake, Well,
hopefully Michelle can move past it one of these days.
I hope so too, because I love both of them very, very much. Okay, I just wanted to get that clear because of the comments that we see.
Yeah.
I don't think that just because you're a Republican, you have to be all these other things.
I'm done talking about it.
Just making it clear. Okay, so back to it. We had Be the Match Gala. Jared is one of my very best friends. You guys saw him on the episode. He has been my makeup artist for, he's probably been my friend for 7 years, became best friend after he started doing my makeup. He actually did my wedding makeup. So he was in Kentucky, did my wedding makeup, and he was starting to feel sick around the wedding. And right after the wedding, whenever he goes home, remember he lost a bunch of weight and everything. That's whenever he got his cancer diagnosis. So Be the Match actually found his life-saving donor. And we love that company so much because they literally saved his life. And last year, I've been to the past couple galas for them. with Jared. And last year he actually got to meet his donor from Germany. And it was one of the best moments I've ever watched.
Super emotional.
It was a beautiful moment.
It was, I mean, I can't imagine somebody from across the world has
Never met you.
He's never met you, that giving up something that's inside their body.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Going through a surgery, going through all this for somebody, that you don't. It's one thing to do it for like your aunt or cousin, whatever, sister, brother, but this is somebody that you don't even know.
Yeah,
It's just an
and
amazing
Jared
thing.
is like one of the best people I've ever met. Like, he is so positive. He is such a joy to be around constantly. And
For considering what he's been through in life,
Yes.
he is extremely positive.
oh my gosh, I love him so much. And just to think, like, if he didn't find that match, he might not be here today. So, like, that's why I'm so glad that we were able to show it on the Valley.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they were able to draw attention to such an amazing cause. But yeah, Jared's awesome. And yeah, I just love that we can support like the charities events and we have those platforms to do things like that because that means a lot.
And if anybody wants to support or donate, they can go to bethematch.org.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So one funny part that I thought was funny is you guys were on your way to the fair. None of y'all knew how to put the car seats in.
No.
Or do anything the right way.
I do now, but yeah, that time I did not.
Yeah, I had no idea what y'all were doing. I was cracking up. And then, of course, you go there and you've got 3 of the kids and y'all are talking about like our sex lives and everything with them sitting right there in their strollers.
Yeah, they can't understand anything at that point. I mean,
Isabella's 3. She was, whatever. But
Yeah,
it was just
I
funny
guess.
because I was like watching you guys. And you were like, Danny said something about a love language test. And you were like, is that something you can get at CVS?
I said that?
Yes. He was like, no, it's like a book. He's like, you can like read a book or like look it up online or whatever. And you're like, is that something I could buy at CVS? Like, maybe that's like part of what's wrong with our marriage is that you have no idea what love languages are.
I'm clueless.
Do you know, let me ask you right now, what do you know about a love language?
Clearly not enough or nothing because look at us.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to read you what the different love languages are. All right. Words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts,
I do that.
quality time, and physical touch.
Gifts.
Oh, okay. Gifts. He's got his hand raised like, I do gifts.
I got good gifts. What's the other ones?
Words of affirmation, which is very important.
I always say I love you. I say it all the time.
Acts of service.
What's that?
What is that,
like
Steve?
going- like
What does that mean, Steve?
Like going down on you?
Oh my God.
The acts of service is just like helping out with the chores, little things that you know they would appreciate.
I do that.
Without having to ask.
Oh,
Like
but then you
acts of
never
service
notice.
without having to ask.
I like to tell you that I'm doing it so you're aware of it.
He has to tell me, like, hey, I did the dishes today. I'm like, cool. I did the sweeping. I did the cooking. I did the cleaning. I did the laundry.
Because I feel like if I don't tell you that I'm doing it, then you just assume that it was just done. Like you didn't. You
So
won't even
that's
think that
like
I did
the
it.
opposite
I
of
want
what
you.
they're
I want.
saying.
I want you to know that I did it and not our housekeeper.
Oh my gosh. Receiving gifts.
I'm good at that.
You're good at giving gifts, I guess.
Giving gifts.
Quality time, which I feel like we always spend time
We have
together.
lots of time together.
And physical touch. We already know very publicly that was not what's up.
Yeah. That not in the beginning. It was
How do you
amazing.
feel that everyone knows about our sex life?
I don't care. It doesn't bother me.
Gosh, I'm only embarrassed because I know like my mom is watching this and people in my family are seeing it and having
You know
to
what?
learn.
Here's the thing. I know that there's other people in the world that are going through exactly what we're going
Yeah,
through. So
that's why we're always so open.
I'm a very
and
open
honest.
book about everything that I do. And guess what? If you don't like it, I don't care. It's what we're going through, and I want people to say, like, "Oh, look, they're on TV, and they're going through the same thing that we're going
and
through."
you have to realize that's another way that we're very different is that you don't care what people think, and
No.
I do. Like it bothers me if somebody's upset or mad or whatever.
That's crazy. That's
but you don't care at all.
Why do you care? My life is too short. I'm too much worried about what's going on in my life. Why do I care
I wish
what
I
other
could be a
people-
little bit more like that, and I wish you could be a little bit more like me.
I feel like you cause a lot of stress worrying about what other people think.
Well, I'm just trying to be a good person.
But how does it affect your life about somebody that you've never met before leaving you a comment?
I don't know. It just sucks.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks.
Yeah.
I'm sure you don't want to be that way. It's just you are that way you are. So wait, did I pass the love language test?
Absolutely not.
And let's make that clear that you can't get this at
So
CVS.
what would your love language be?
What are my options?
Oh, are you kidding me? I just read them to you two times in a row.
I think the gifts.
No, what would yours personally be? Like, what would you want in a partner to like do for you?
I mean, just not nag at me all the time.
Oh my God, I'm going to smack you.
I don't know. I'm a guy's guy. You know,
I
I'm very old-fashioned.
Honestly, I think that all 5 are needed in a successful relationship.
I'm not saying that they're not, but I'm saying I thrive at the gift one. I lack in the other ones. It's kind of like a report card: social studies, English, gym, right? Well,
all Fs.
No.
A in gift giving.
A in gift giving. It's like A in gym. Like, whoa, good.
Yeah. A in chorus. Oh my gosh, that is so true. Okay, well.
What's this funny picture that you're going to send to Steve?
Oh man, I was going to finish talking about the episode first.
Okay.
I got something funny at the end that I'm going to share. I mean, we kind of recapped. Is there anything else that you wanted to recap about the Valley the last couple episodes?
You know what? Yeah, we're getting not really, because I haven't been in the last 2 episodes.
You're
barely.
in it.
It's just so weird for me because I'm such a. I'm not trying to, toot my own horn or anything, but I'm usually involved in every argument or every kind of thing that goes on, even if it doesn't have anything to do with me.
I think this is an argument that is very good that you didn't involve yourself in.
Oh, no, I know.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this particular thing, but just the fact that I'm not involved in something in general right now is just it's kind of like I don't know what to do with myself. I'm sitting there listening. Do I add my 2 cents in? Do I not?
I'm glad you kept your mouth shut.
I did. I kept my mouth shut. But don't worry. Don't worry, guys. I'm going to be coming back full force. Yeah,
there's a lot more that happens this season, and I'm excited for everybody to see it, and we can move past this dark cloud and go on to other stuff.
Yeah.
We did show Cruz's whenever he first started speech therapy. I hope everybody remembers too that whenever these episodes air, 6 or 7 months has passed for us. So he's been in speech therapy for about 8 or 9 months now.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's going great, but I think it's important for us to show that part of our lives because I know there's so many other parents out there who will relate to what we're going through, that their son has a speech delay, that they're going through all these different things as well. And that's another reason why being so open and so honest about what we're going through as parents, I think means a lot. Because so many other people out there are going to relate to what we're going through. And Cruz is amazing.
And he's turning 3 this week.
He's turning 3 this on Friday. So
it's his birthday, the
little
big 3.
3-year-old. I can't believe it. But I will say, just so that any parents that are going through the same thing that we're going through, he does speech therapy twice a week. And we have started him in occupational therapy as well to help with sensory things and stuff like that. So
as well as he's in school too,
and he's playing soccer on Sunday.
And he plays soccer on Sunday, so he's got a full schedule.
Yeah, he's making us busy, but he is thriving. He's doing so well. I've got so many questions from people writing in asking how Cruz is doing. He is doing amazing. He's doing so well at school. They called us and said that he finishes the puzzles faster than anyone in class.
Yeah, he's really good with shapes, colors, puzzles, all that. He's like a whiz at that stuff.
Yeah, he's a little whiz. But so that's what we're doing, and just wanted to share that in case any other parents are going through it. Because we talk about on the show, you always you never expect things to go differently than what you had been through in your past. I've helped raise my nephews and stuff, and you just always think that everything is going to be right on time, right on schedule. And whenever things go differently, it can be a lot of pressure and a lot of mom guilt, and different things can come with it. So that's why I think it's super important to share our journey.
Yeah.
Now it's time for something hilarious.
Okay.
We all know that the eclipse was this week, and everybody was going crazy. I'm going to embarrass myself really fast. I was texting with Janet, and I was like, "Hey, are you doing anything? Are you watching the eclipse anywhere tonight?" She's like, "I think it just happened 30 minutes ago." And I was like, "Oh my God." I felt so stupid because for some reason I was thinking it was a nighttime thing.
Why do people care about this eclipse?
But it only happens it's not going to happen again until 2044 or something like that. It's it's very rare. But the thing is that I texted Janet and I felt so dumb afterwards. I was like, why did I think this was a nighttime thing? Obviously, it's a daytime thing because the sun gets covered by the moon.
It didn't even happen here, really.
Oh my gosh. But anywho, I'm going to show you this meme. Zach was over at my house today and he started cracking up.
Let me see.
And I was like, what is it? So it says... I can't even do it. I will laugh. It says, just in, Jax arrested for stealing eclipse safety supplies from a sunglass hut. And it's your mugshot from when you stole the sunglasses in Hawaii.
That is hilarious. That is funny.
That's like the funniest meme I have ever seen. Because everybody had those, eclipse safety glasses on because you can't look at the eclipse or your eyes will get messed up.
Should I make fun of myself?
You should make fun of yourself and post that. It is hilarious. I almost posted it earlier, but I was like, I want to show him on the podcast so that he can see it and have his actual reaction.
That's funny.
Can we give myself a little props here?
For what?
I got the cover of Us Weekly.
For sure?
Yeah.
You could talk about it?
Yeah, it comes out tomorrow.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wait, you already shot it?
They're using pictures. They just put pictures from
that's
different
awesome.
things.
So it comes out tomorrow?
Comes out Wednesday, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. My first big cover of a magazine.
You haven't done any covers for the wedding or anything like that?
Well, we did we were on the cover of the Lexington. No, I was on the back cover of People for a Jenny Craig thing.
Right.
But this one is about me.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Yeah. We got the cover. Woo! That's a big deal. Have you had a cover before?
Of Men's Health.
You didn't have a cover.
No, I didn't.
You had an article.
Did I have an article?
You had an online article.
I don't think I've ever had a cover of anything. No. No.
Go Brittany. Go Brittany.
No, nothing worth talking about, like dumb things, but nothing worth. No, I haven't really done any covers. That's good. Congratulations. That's awesome.
It's a big one, so I'm so grateful.
What is it? This just in: Brittany's signal and separated and driving.
It's probably going to have a horrible clickbaity title, but then it's going to go into a good article.
Okay.
Don't worry, I don't talk too bad about you. We got to just laugh about stuff now. I mean, our life is all in the public eye, so we can't really hide anything. Okay, so you and Danny did the podcast last week. I was proud.
Did a good job, right?
Yeah, I was proud of you. You and Danny talked a lot about acting gigs.
Yeah.
What do you think would be your favorite one that you ever did?
CSI.
CSI was your favorite one ever?
I think CSI was probably my favorite. I mean, I've done a lot of stuff. I did a lot of fun.
Well, I'm obsessed with Desperate Housewives, and I've been.
I wish you would have told me this on the way here, so I could have thought about this. But
I mean, CSI was cool.
No, Desperate Housewives. I was hot guy number 2.
I know, but you got to be on that set of one of my favorite shows of all time.
I was on Dexter, which is another cool set to be on.
Dexter's cool.
I was Desperate Housewives. There Cold Case. I mean, there's a lot of cool things I've done. But
you were on Arrested Development.
Arrested Development. How'd you know that?
Because it's on your wiki, man.
Oh yeah, Arrested Development.
Hey, it's not God Bless the Broken Road. We told that story a little while ago whenever we went to LexCon that they had a movie on there that I was not a part of.
I did a movie with that douchebag Randall that got made $8.
I know.
What's the movie called? It was
you got to act with Richard De Niro.
Savage Salvation.
Savage Salvation.
Yeah.
And there it is right there. So my favorite thing, not because it was with frickin' Randall, but I've never really been acting in my life, and I got to do a scene with Robert De Niro.
I said Richard De Niro. What's
Robert De Niro, and
Robert.
It was awesome. I don't know why I didn't think that come to my head. So I don't know if the 3 people that ever seen the movie. I played a country guy, and I'm helping out a police officer. The police officer is Robert De Niro, and we're getting a body, and we have to load the body into the truck and take him to the hospital. And I have I forget what my lines were, but I had 2 lines. And not only that,
it's cool that you got to do it with him, but nobody go watch it because we don't want Randall to make any money.
No, but not only that is I haven't drove a stick shift in a long time.
Oh gosh!
And I
was on set watching you. Me and Lala were pregnant on set watching you guys.
And I had to drive an old C10. For those of you who know, it's probably like a 1965 truck that has gone through the war. So it wasn't like your standard manual. So I have to memorize my lines. I have to drive the stick shift with Robert De Niro.
And you already suck at memorizing lines.
Oh, it was awful. So yeah, I'll have to say that was my favorite, probably my favorite thing. I mean, honestly, Robert De Niro, that's how many people say that they've acted with Robert De Niro?
Yeah, and I got to meet him too and be on set with you guys. Yeah, it was really cool.
So that was my favorite one.
Okay.
The name of your character was Good Old Boy.
Good old boy.
I was the good old boy that found a body.
I remember I thought you were pretty cute because you looked like a good old country boy.
Oh. That's maybe the handful of times you've told me that I was good looking.
Oh my, whatever. Words of affirmation. I do that a lot. Okay.
All right, what's the next one?
Okay. So have you seen, there's this thing going around that me and you are moving out of LA to work on our marriage.
Marriage boot camp? I'll do that.
No, like people are actually saying that we are moving out of LA.
Where do people
to work
come up with this?
So this was a question from Ida Elise B90. Is it true that you and Jax are thinking about moving out of LA to work on your relationship? So I just want to say that's not true. We have a lot going on in LA. We're not planning on leaving anytime soon. What that was about was a long time ago. We used to talk about moving to Florida, moving to Kentucky.
Probably would have saved our marriage if we would have left.
Well, a lot of people brought that back to the surface, and they're acting like that was talked about now. That was talked about like during like COVID pandemic times.
Yeah.
So that's what the mess up is. Right now, we have absolutely no plans to move out of
Unfortunately,
LA.
we're very blessed. There's a lot of things
we have a
going
wonderful
on.
bar. We have our wonderful podcast. We have a TV show that's doing awesome that hopefully we're getting a season 2 for.
Hopefully franchise the bar, too. We're trying to make that happen, so I'm very excited about that. But yeah,
so that's not true. I just wanted to clear that up.
Probably would have been a good idea, though.
Hindsight. Tracy_B_me. Did you go to Lala's gender reveal? So I obviously was invited to the gender reveal, but we were at LexCon
Yes.
during it. So that's why we weren't there. But I FaceTimed her. She told me it was a girl, and I was so happy she just announced that it is a girl. So congratulations, Lala. I can't wait to meet her. She's going to be a little beauty. So proud of you. So that's why we weren't there, just in case for all those people that were asking about that. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's Kristen. What do you think about Coach Cal leaving Kentucky?
Oh, I heard about this today. My mother-in-law texted me.
My mother-in-law
texted me. She's like, "Do you believe it?" I mean, Kentucky is obviously like the home of college basketball.
Yes.
And
even though we lost first round of the freaking March Madness this year.
And you lost to Oakland University.
I know, what the heck. But still, Coach Cal, we haven't won as much as we normally do recently, but think of all the lives of these kids that he's changed. Made them millions of dollars, got them in professional, we had a lot of one and dones, but they all went on and had amazing careers in the NBA. I feel like people are just being so selfish by being like, we don't ever win, because he's helped so many kids and changed their lives. And he's such a good speaker.
He's a great speaker. He
motivates everybody that listens to him. He's amazing. So I'm really sad.
I've been to 2 UK games, and I can tell you, I didn't even watch the game. I would just watch him. He's just so passionate about the game and just the way he speaks. And then I
wonder who we're going to get.
I love that. He should run for president. I love that guy so much.
He is amazing. So yeah, I'm very sad that he's leaving Kentucky, and I am it's kind of freaking me out who we're going to get next.
And
I
he's
don't know.
going to Arkansas?
Yes. I hope all the players don't follow him there. I mean, he changes lives.
Yeah.
He really does.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. But yeah, no, definitely sad about that one. This is from Onawa 770. How long did your jaw take to go back to normal? Mine still isn't working almost 1 month post-op. It took me a minute. Obviously. I hate that. I will regret for the rest of my life that it was still healing while I was filming, because it's hard for me to even watch myself.
Well, the
whenever
doctors
it was still
did tell you that.
They did tell me it could happen. I think it probably took me 3 months to fully heal, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm back to normal, of course, and good to go. And I love the results, everything like that. But yeah, it definitely, I thought about 1 month was going to be enough time for me. But for me personally, it was 3 months before I was able to get the full function of my jaw back.
Dr. Payman and Dr. Lakey said to say hi. I saw them yesterday.
Oh my God. They are incredible. It's not their fault that I took a long time to heal. They're the best doctors, and I love the results. Now it's perfect,
Yeah.
They're great. Okay. Danny LLMM. Did you feel pressure to hold the group together while filming?
Absolutely. Who's that question to?
Probably for both of us, but yeah.
Which one, Vanderpump or Valley?
Valley, duh.
To hold the group together. I think everyone's done an incredible job on the show so far. I think.
Yeah, but there was such a, obviously you can see that there was such a separation in our cast.
Yeah.
After the last couple episodes, so I definitely felt the pressure because they're all my friends and I love them so much, and I just didn't want everybody to be fighting.
Yeah.
But then again, it wouldn't be a good TV show if people weren't fighting.
That's what's great about this show. Again, it's just like Vanderpump. It's very organic. This stuff goes on regardless if the cameras are there or not. So, in fact, more stuff happens when the cameras are actually are not on, and they always freak out about it. They're like, wait, what's happening?
We're like, life doesn't stop just because the cameras aren't rolling.
So that's how this is a true organic show, and these are our true friends, and We're hoping everybody's liking everybody.
I think the show's doing great. I'm so happy. What's up, Steve?
Has the show been good for the friend group?
Definitely not.
No, I think it's
because
torn.
now Kristen and Michelle and Janet, none of them like each other, and it's been like a whole thing. Like it's hard for me to, because they're all my best friends. So like it's like if I'm going out with Janet,
how do you have a girls' night?
Yeah, it's like I have to like decide who I'm inviting to what, and I hate that because I wish I could just invite everybody. I don't want to leave
now
people
you
out
understand
ever.
what I was going through with Luke and Alex.
I guess. Okay, we're gonna take one last question. This is from McBride5569. What is the theme this year for Cruz's birthday? And the theme that I've had planned for over a year is 3 Rex. How cute is that? 3 Rex. So it's his 3-year-old birthday party.
And you know what I'm loving about this birthday party? You know what I love about this birthday party?
It's not at our house.
Is we're finally not having it at our home.
We are having it at Sky Zone.
Sky Zone, Cruz's favorite place.
Yes, and my same party planners who help me do all my parties, Glitz and Gather and Picnic and Pedal, they are doing it again this year, so it's going to be fabulous.
And I don't have to clean up.
Yeah, so it's going to be so fun. And everybody wish my baby a happy birthday. 3 years old. I can't believe it. You are the light of my life, and I love you so much. Best thing to ever happen to mommy. Now Jax has to go on an apology tour for some stupid crap that he said.
Well, first of all,
take it away, Jax.
Well, did you know that people celebrate their followers? Did you know that? I just saw that on Instagram. People have cakes celebrating.
Well, like if you hit a million, if you hit 2 million, like those are big milestones.
Millions? I guess millions.
Yeah.
But this person's celebrating 10K.
I mean, remember when I got my first K? I was so happy.
I didn't know people celebrate their followers.
Apology tour.
Right.
Take it away.
Okay, guys. So as you guys know, I have a big mouth, and it gets me in trouble from time to time. And I have to tell you, I gotta.
This is his big mouth. I am nothing. I am no part of this whatsoever. Do not group me in with what he says and did, please.
Hey, guys. Okay, so I just want to touch on a little something that happened last week that a lot of you guys saw. So I did a little something at my bar last week, which I regretfully went on a rant about how Vanderpump Rules is scripted. I'm sure many of you listening right now have saw the videos, and I'm incredibly embarrassed by that. About 10 minutes before I got to the bar for the viewing party, something was brought to my attention that really upset me. I don't want to get into details about what exactly it was about, but instead of speaking about it with the people involved, I retaliated by letting the show when I shouldn't have done that. I'm embarrassed by my actions, and more so, I feel badly for putting a show that has probably been the most authentic television out there. Certain people on the show may rub me the wrong way from time to time, but I should have never trashed the show like that. Vanderpump has been and continues to be incredible TV, and I will always stand by that. As many of you know and seen, I can overreact and impulsively, and I just wanted to apologize for all that. I'm sorry, guys. That was very wrong of me.
Yes.
And I was drinking a little too many sodas.
And of course, I was not there. So I'm sure everyone notices, like, things happen when Brittany ain't around.
I know. I just got really, I got some information from a couple of people on Vanderpump that really pissed me off. You know what it is, and you're understanding why, man, but you even said, why did you do that? And I got the information.
Understand.
I got the information like 2 minutes before the show episode.
But that show gave you so much. You should have never put it down. Like, that gave both of us our start on everything.
100%.
So, yeah.
And I honestly couldn't have been more wrong. It's the most authentic show out there. There's nothing scripted about it. You can't script this stuff.
No.
You really, really can't.
That's why Vanderpump is so great, and that's why the Valley's going to continue to be so great.
So I'm sorry to everybody out there if I upset anybody, and I just embarrassed myself, to be honest. So,
well, thanks for apologizing.
Anyway, okay, we can move on from that.
All right. Thanks, everybody, so much for tuning in to When Reality Hits with Jax and Brittany. Make sure you guys continue to watch The Valley every Tuesday. We love you and appreciate the support so much.
We'll see you guys next week.
She talks about etiquette.
Get your fingers out of your mouth.
She talks about where to find a deal.
You know, if you sell me something on Instagram, I buy it. Whoever markets to me does a fabulous job.
She talks about the economy.
We used to joke that'll be the thing to send them to therapy. Okay, we're creating jobs. Can we look at it that way?
She talks about parenting.
These kids want to come home. They don't want to leave. They don't want to drive. They want to stay in the womb.
Let's Talk with Heather Dubrow every Thursday on PodcastOne or wherever you get your podcasts.
Are you feeling stuck in your career or lacking employment at the moment? Experiencing symptoms of job dissatisfaction? You might be suffering from a common condition known as career stagnation. But don't worry, there's a solution. Monster.com. Monster.com offers a comprehensive suite of career-boosting tools designed just for you. Our free resume review and AI interview prep tool will help you stand out from the crowd. Need more guidance? Dive into our career advice articles for expert tips and insights. And don't forget to check out our salary tools to ensure you're getting paid what you're worth. Side effects may include a new job, increased confidence, and a brighter future. Consult Monster.com today and take the first step towards your new career. Ready for your next job opportunity? Visit Monster.com now.